My neighbour is one of those annoying wannabe YouTube personalities, and over the years it's been painful watching him go about his shenanigans in the pursuit of viral fame.
Hey, yo, what's up, guys? So, we used to that bench up there. What? Yeah, check this guy out. Check this guy out. What is he doing over here, man?
Oh, look at this fool. Oh,
Turn it off, please. Hey.
I wanted nothing at all to do with my neighbour, but when he knocked on my door, told me he was going away for a few weeks and asked if I could collect his mail, to be honest, it was a relief.
Hey neighbour, how are you?
Yeah, I'm alright. What do you want?
I just wanted to notify you that I'm going away for a few weeks. I was wondering if you could pick up my mail.
I can't explain the peace of mind I felt, knowing I didn't have to brace myself for any of his stupidity for a while. I was always afraid his stunts would wind up bleeding over into my life. Things were pretty normal for the first couple of days. I collected a few bills, a bit of spam, and what I could only assume was a birthday card. Then, one evening, I saw a cardboard box waiting on his front porch. In big red letters was written, "Return to sender." Now, I'm no small fry, but I got to admit I had trouble lifting that box on my own. I quickly realised there was no way I was going to drag it up the stairs and through my front door. So, I decided to leave his package in my garage. It wasn't like I kept my car in there anyway. Now, I should have set the package down, but I was struggling with the shitty remote control to the garage door. It was as I kicked the door in frustration that I lost my grip on the package.
Shit.
I hope I hadn't broken anything important, but I figured I'd just let him assume the breakage happened en route. Hands-free, I finally managed to get the garage door moving. And boy, did it screech in protest as it rolled up in front of me. I pushed the box to the side of my garage for whenever my neighbour would come back to claim it, and then I forgot all about it. Until a few days passed, that is. I'm not sure exactly how long it took for the smell to waft in from the crack under the garage to house door, but it came in slow progression. It was only when I realised the stink was growing more intense instead of fading that I went looking for the source. That's when I opened the door. The culprit wasn't hard to identify. The only change in my garage was my neighbour's package. I dragged the box out into the middle of the room and carelessly dropped it on the ground. I used my cutters to tear through the tape along the top of the cardboard box. I thought the smell couldn't get any worse, but as I flipped the flaps open, I was completely overwhelmed by the stench. I ran out the door for a breath of fresh air, but in the short time I'd spent in the garage, the smell had become so ingrained in the fabric of my clothes that it clung to me like a shadow and was taking a foothold in my home. I had to bite the bullet. I had to face it. This time I was prepared. A mask covering my face, a garbage bag in one hand and the strongest cleaner I could find in the other. But as it turns out, I needed none of those things. I wouldn't have to touch or clean the contents of that box. I'd only have to suffer the nightmares every night. What was in the box? My neighbour. Dead. Still in one piece, but dead. I called the cops. When the two young constables arrived, they didn't know what to make of it. That's when they called in Detective Dufresne. Naturally, Dufresne took me in for questioning. I guess it's kind of hard not to suspect a man with a corpse in his garage. But thankfully, Dufresne soon realised that I wasn't involved at all. You see, my DNA may have been all over that box, and the smell may have left a mark throughout my house. But there was one piece of irrefutable evidence in my dead neighbour's hands that proved my innocence. A vlogging camera. They showed me the footage only once. I'm not sure if they were allowed to. Maybe they felt so bad for me they figured it couldn't hurt. Either way, I saw it. My neighbour was being filmed outside a shipping facility, telling his fans how he's going to mail himself in a box across state lines.
Alright boys, we've made it to the shipping facility. My cameraman Sean's going to mail me across state line right now.
Throughout the next couple of hours, or days, I'm honestly not sure, my neighbour recorded a few short clips about his journey. And then, in his last entry, the box toppled over. He broke his neck, and that was it for him. Dufresne determined the cause of death was misadventure. He then let me leave the police station, uncharged, unharmed, and innocent. But there's one thing I didn't tell Dufresne when he showed me those videos. One thing I heard in the footage that'll haunt me until the day I die. Just after the tumble that broke my neighbour's neck, I heard the familiar screeching sound of my garage door.